Hey everybody, and thank you for joining me, and welcome to this reading for Leo for Love 2017. I hope you guys are doing well, and I'm so happy you could be here with me today for this wonderful reading. So we're doing the same spread as in December, but this time we're going to do this reading for the entirety of 2017. That's pretty exciting. Now, if you haven't checked out my regular reading for 2017, the general overview that I do every year, check that out because that has a lot of information about love. So if you're interested in love, then that might be for you as well. It's also important to mention that this is a reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It also is a reading for people who are in a relationship as well as people who haven't met their soulmate or their twin flame yet. I've picked 3 oracle cards for you, Leo, for this year. So let's see what they say. I always do Doreen Virtues last because it's the best deck. So anyway, it's the Romance Angels that everyone loves so much. Let's take a look at your first card. So this is the Journey of Love, 3, 2, 1. Oh, wow. Okay. The transformation of energy from 3 to 1. There's a whole shift of energy that's happening around you right now. Maybe there's 3 suitors that are, that's what it felt like in the other reading. I was like 2, no, there seems to be more. I think that there's 3 people that might be kind of attending to your, trying to get your attention in a certain way. So I think that this is really about working your way through potential partners until you find the perfect one. I noticed that this is card number 10, which is closely associated with Jupiter and the Wheel of Fortune. So this is all about, you have to, and Jupiter is in your 3rd house, so you really have to talk your way through in 2017 through circumstances. When Jupiter moves into your 4th house, that's really getting domesticated. So by then, a lot of Leos might be really kind of settling down with an ideal partner. The next card is from the Universal Love Oracle. And here we have spiritual growth. You're not the only one who's gotten this card. There's a certain degree of wisdom that comes in your life with making the decisions about love and growing into yourself. So when you're making decisions for yourself on a kind of material basis or in your relationships, remember that there's a reverberance that has to do with your spiritual growth as well. The next message is from Doreen Virtue, and here we have deception. Oh wow, someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Now, I don't mean to call you guys out, but if you look at my reading for 2017, the general overview, I feel is that you're coming to realize that you have been wearing that mask. And it's not in a negative sense. I feel as though you haven't really truly been authentically participating in your love relationship. And that doesn't mean that you've been dishonest or you've purposely done this or tried to hurt someone. I think this really has to do with, without purpose, finding yourself in circumstances or pushed by life and times and etc. into situations where you are no longer that which you authentically were before, and you've pushed yourself so far away from that which you were. Maybe at this time you're waiting also until you whittle down your suitors, your potential suitors, for that special one. If you're feeling anxiety about this, trust that the ideal person will kind of make their way through the crowd. Here is your first card, and the first card is the starting point for you and your partner. The first card is Justice, and in fact this is the same card you had in the center of the 2017 reading. So there's a certain degree of alignment that you are facing with your partner at this time. If you don't know your partner yet, then trust that at this time both of your lives are reaching alignment. When lives reach alignment, then the circumstances and the environment becomes much better for reconnecting the 2 different parts of the heart. These 2 cards represent your ideal visions about a relationship. These 2 cards represent the ideal visions of a relationship that your partner has. So this is a great insight into what they're thinking, whether you know them or not. Let's take a look at you first. So let's see here. We have the Wheel of Fortune spinning, change and hope in new directions, the possibility of new directions, hope, transformation and joy. So we have the Wheel of Fortune bringing good things into your life. Jupiter is in your 3rd house. Now the 3rd house is something I haven't really gone into yet from this angle, but it actually represents also brothers and sisters. And so any formative experiences that you had with brothers and sisters, then these energies are helping you connect on a deeper level with a new partner, about what's fairness, about what family is like. All those questions come up for you at this time, and in fact in certain ways liberate you, and that's what you're hoping for, a certain degree of a change of luck, a change of chance and hope, and you're really hoping that this really comes in for you. Here is your next message. So we have the Magician here. The Magician represents manifestation energy, turning one circumstance into another. Okay. You kind of want to be in charge, Leo. I think that's what this is saying. You're hoping to make your dreams come true. And I think that as for a while, you've kind of pushed yourself out of the way of, circumstances that were authentic within your relationship. The more that I read this, the more that I think that your current relationship is about to, in some way, transform. Now, and I don't think that every single Leo is going to go through a breakup, but I think a lot of you will. And some of you will not go through a breakup, but you will go through a romantic transformation with your partner. I think you're very active here. You want to make this happen. You want life to transform you. You want life to just kind of shoot off in some direction. And I think that this year is really coming to realize how you have been wearing a certain type of mask, how you haven't been fully authentic in relationships. Remember, your partner could be deceptive as well. However, the only onus is upon you, right? The onus is upon you to show a true face. And if you're not showing a true face, then you have to realize why. You have to kind of think about what's gotten you to this position, because Leos are everything but dishonest, right? Leos are known for their honesty and their forthrightness. So what's pushed you into this circumstance? And that's what you really have to kind of consider. What's pushed you into this circumstance and confusion? Here is your next card. So here we have the Last Judgment. And so you're making a decision about the past. This is what your partner, this is what your partner is hoping for. So maybe your partner is hoping for forgiveness. For some of you Leos, you're dealing with adultery. You would have already known this in 2017. So this is not new information. I don't want to scare you. But for those of you who are dealing with adultery, your partner's really looking for forgiveness. They really want to be atoned for the mistakes that they made. And I think that at the same time, there's most of you are dealing with a partner who wants to leave the past in the past and move forward to a brighter future. So let's give them a Merkaba so that happens. I don't particularly like this card. It's kind of dark and scary. The Judgment card for me is always rejoiceful. It's about the new opportunities. So in fact, your partner is looking for very similar things to you. The breaking forward in a new direction. Leaving the past in the past, moving on. So here is the next card that your partner is hoping for in the relationship is the Hermit. So your partner may need some extra time for themselves at this time. They may have to figure themselves out. If that's the case, your best bet is just to let them have it. I think that maybe your partner is intimidated also. Maybe your partner wants you to decide on them. Maybe they're like, okay, enough already. Like you've been in a certain way, kind of dilly-dallying, exploring yourself and kind of thinking all these different things. You got to decide. This card is also interesting because it's like maybe you have a secret admirer. Remember from your 2017 reading, sorry that I'm I did these readings together, so and it really resonates deep. Remember that woman holding the heart? It's almost like I was telling you guys, oh, it seems like maybe it's a secret admirer. So this deception could be someone who is watching, who wants to connect with you but doesn't know how. So in this way, you have to kind of let them happen. You have to let them do it, because otherwise it's not going to work. It's not going to work, not in the sense that it's doomed if it doesn't work, but it's just not, that's the way it's meant to happen. The way that it's meant to happen is through the way that it's meant to happen is through them figuring out their stuff, you know, through them pushing forward and moving forward in a new direction, and putting the mark on the situation, allowing them to do their spiritual growth. Relationships are so much about allowing your partner to go through the things that they have to go through so that you can meet and reconnect. So it's not about control, it's about letting people be free. And the Hermit is walking away, so there is a little bit of a journey that your partner's making in a sideline. Like there might be something that's calling them away. Now, this is really about soulmates and fated relationships, the one, not like some passive boyfriend or girlfriend, not someone who's on the fly. This is someone who is meant to be with you. And so through this process, you may go through other relationships. If this person is leaving on a journey for 2 years and they're not going to be coming around, then by all means, you do you, Leo. You have a wonderful year for love, and you want to make sure that you reinforce that, right? Have your experiences. But that's not the case for most of you. For most of you, this is going to be a partner who is self-exploring. This is a partner who's trying different things, and this is what they want in the relationship. They want that freedom right now, and that's okay. Here is the next step in your love reading. Ooh, the Star. Destiny is here. Soulmates. This is the card of Aquarius. I want it to focus. I love this card. See, this deck for me, it has some really highs, real highs, and real lows. Overall, I love this deck. It's the modern Spellcaster's Tarot. I really love it. But this card, I don't like. Some of them get a little bit dark. I don't like this card. But I do like this one. This one's good, and this one's good, so I don't know. Anyway, sorry, that's like my honest review. that's why I don't do too many reviews, because that's how I give feedback. All right. You know. So we have this star here, and the star is destiny, setting on a perfect path. You've aligned yourself. This is a reinforcement of the 2017 reading. You know, breaking apart from disequilibrium, walking into equilibrium, and finding appropriate people coming in. So what we're looking at here is transmutation. And are these roses and lotus flowers in the water? It's just so beautiful with the star. That star must be Sirius, right? The dog star, very famous star. Sirius, star, and then lotuses. Sorry if it doesn't. Come on, focus. There we go. So we have this like natural ability. You can't get away from it. Let's decorate this card with a little angelicite and then some iolite here. I have these beautiful little pebbles. You can't see them. So anyway, so we have these little stones. Let's decorate this, and at the feet of the star, some nice Larimar. Okay, so we have all this positive energy. This is saying that you are going in the right direction. Don't doubt yourself. It's pretty simple reading. Where is your partner going next? Now, if you don't know your partner, you can feel all this kind of energy. You can feel like suddenly the partner that you thought you would just meet, suddenly it feels like they're maybe a little further away. Don't freak out. You're still on your right path. You're still in the right timing for things. Okay, so if they go anywhere away from you, they're going to eat it. They're going to learn their lesson. This is the spiritual growth kicking in. So I think that your partner is going to go through some significant transformations, Leo. I think you have to allow that to happen. Maybe at times you could feel like things are uneven and things are breaking down. But if you have patience and if you have understanding for the flow of energy, this transformation is a necessary one. Maybe your partner has to let go of their hidden agenda, like if they're a secret admirer and they have to just put it out there and let you know what they think. So you have to just kind of play the game. And especially since this card is here, this means that people are not saying what they intend to say. And that's always a confusing time. So you have to allow your partner to have that realization. Or possibly, when you unveil yourself, when you present yourself for the star, the destiny that you are, that partner can be kind of knocked off their feet. They could be like, oh, wow, okay, so this is how it's going to be. All right. So So this realization happens suddenly, it's shock and awe, and the transformation is necessary for you to be together at the end of the day, right here, okay? So here are 2 cards of advice, 2 for you, 2 for your partner. The first message is, so here we have the Emperor card. So the Emperor card represents rulership, authority. Maybe you're growing in to be the perfect husband, or possibly you are really oriented towards rulership and focused on also building structures in your life, so such as saving money, buying houses, starting businesses. This is very important for you, and it's something that you should not neglect. In fact, in your 2017 overview reading, the thing that I noticed was there was a lack of this tangible stuff going on. There was a lot of like metaphysical things, emotional things. There was little of this. So you need to push in this direction. Make sure that you're taking care of tangible things, Leo. That's an important message. And this is for the health of your relationship, right? And if you are a male Leo, or if you are in some way representative by the Emperor, then you need to really step into that role a lot more. Okay, so here is your next message. Really be careful for spending habits. These 2 cards together are really giving me a strong message that be careful how you spend money, because you're not quite guaranteed how things are gonna fall for you in the future. Also, really be careful of any unhealthy behaviors. I think in the 2017 overview reading, there it goes. When it focuses, it's scary because it's the devil. It's another card I really don't like in this deck. I love this card though. But anyway, so we have the devil here, and so the devil represents this kind of unhealthy behaviors. The woman is drinking, the man is soiling himself as he eats too much. And so these are all unhealthy behaviors that can be toxic and can hold us back. And it's not only consumption that is causing this, it could be any kind of behavioral patterns that are unhealthy for you at this time. This deception card is also saying check your health habits, right? Because there could be something that is holding you back. Here is some advice for your partner. Now, if you know your partner, this is going to tell you how to treat them, how to help them. If you don't know your partner, this is the energy that you want to guide them to energetically through meditation to help them to be in the direction that they need to be in. So we have the Fool here. And so the Fool represents a break in the journey and going in a new direction. So I think that your partner is going through some transformative life change. You have this huge transformation. The status quo has been shaken up, and it's important for them to try a new direction, to maybe pursue you, to maybe become the third person in this circumstance. I did say in the 2017 overview reading that there's a certain degree of chance that for some of you Leos, this is to do with one couple that is breaking apart and another person coming in. But please, please, please don't cheat on each other. Really make sure that you are in some way finalizing relationships before, because those things really hurt, and you have to realize how much they hurt the people, all people who are involved. These are long-term scars, and so make sure that you are cognizant of that if you're making your decisions. But alas, your partner has to make that new decision and go in a new direction. Here is the next message. We have the High Priestess. Okay, so your partner needs a little bit of insight and meditation this year. Go into the new direction and be a little bit more insightful. Maybe you are the one who's struggling with some addiction issues, and so your partner needs to be more tempered with regard to consideration of those things. But really understand the mechanics of everything. Like all sorts of issues have foundations and sources, and nobody's perfect. So it's always through the lens of that. I think that maybe for some of you, your partner is soon to find out that things are not what they seem. And they push forward anyway, but then they try to figure things out and try to figure out the meanings of things and what they represent. So they may seek esoteric sources, metaphysical sources, to answer their questions. Here is the outcome card for 2017. Okay. Oh, beautiful. What did I tell you? Love. So it's worth the wait, Leos. At the end, we have the Lovers. So this is coming together in love and family and union. This can represent for some of you just family, like reconnecting with your families. But in terms of this love relationship, I do think that whatever you go through this whole year, the first message in the 2017 reading that I told you guys is watch out for love. Love is a big deal for you this year. And so this is a part of your spiritual growth. To let go of the deceptions of false loves, remove love that is not becoming of you out of your way. And then at the end of the day, you will find that ideal partner. Now, for some of you Leos, the ideal partner is going to be Gemini. And that's really cool because for Leo, Geminis are a sextile, which is new doors and new possibilities. So Gemini and Leo vibe well together. And so this energy could really be a good choice, but that's not true for all Leos. And so here we have the Lovers card, which is coming together, love, sharing of love, overcoming deception. Now deception is a harsh word. I love these cards, but I feel like that's a hard word. Maybe it's to shock the right people into like understanding, but this could actually be something quite benign, like coming to realize that some of the protective mechanisms that you are using are misinforming other people, or it could represent like the shedding away of things that no longer serve us, those kinds of qualities. But the outcome is love and the Lovers, and you're right on a good path to love, and your partner is gonna get there. They're gonna struggle a little bit here, you know, between their expectations and reality, but soon enough they're gonna get it together. And if you're the Leo that has like 3 suitors, and you go girl or boy, you go for it, and then by the end of the year you'll identify the one, you know. Here's hoping. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. Please give me a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. I love you. Take care. Bye.